I know I haven't been on camera for a while, but I have had these books for so long that I've now got over 12, and I just want to do a quick book haul. My cat's trying to get in the bag. So I went to Gerald's in Norwich, and they are unfortunately getting rid of their book department because they can't compete with supermarkets and Amazon. So they have 60% off all of their books. Now, bearing in mind, most of these books came out this year and the end of last year, and they were 40% off. So instead of costing like $8.99, they were like a fiver, and some of them were 10 and they were a fiver. So I'm gonna go through them. And I'm glad I'm doing this now because the cat's claimed the bag. But the first one is No Place Left to Hide by Megan Larry. I'm sorry if I butchered that. She also did a book called That's Not My Name. I haven't managed to get my hands on it yet, but this is a YA thriller, a novel, and it's kind of yeah, so it's an old SUV starts to aggressively tailing Brooke and her best friend. So it sounds like a survival book, and something to do with her past. But there you go. There's the other book, and I had chances to buy it, but I didn't until the author brought out this one. But the cover was the thing that made me want to buy this one. So this is book number one. Book number two is an author that I'm really enjoying, and that is Natasha Preston. And she's bringing out one for this December called The Obsession, I think. So I'm going to try and get this one. But this one came out in December last 2024. And this was there, and Waterstones have not had it for ages, not in the shops. So yeah, so I thought for 40% off, I'm just going to pick it up. But this is The Party by Natasha Preston, and again, the cover made me pick it up. And I have The Dare, I've read The Island, I absolutely loved this. It was a YA thriller at an amusement park. I highly recommend you read this one. Haven't read this one, I've read this one, and I've reviewed it on my channel, and I've reviewed that one as well. And I both absolutely enjoyed these, so that's made me want to buy more by Natasha Preston. The Fear I Have, that's going to be shown in a minute, and obviously The Lake I now have. So I have most of her books, but this is based in an English countryside, in a castle party kind of thing, and someone dies and the party takes a sinister turn. So it's a terrifying party where I think they're being hunted alive, and I'm planning on reviewing this for the channel and to give my thoughts and opinion, and I'm hoping that it's going to be like the perfect Halloween kind of read. Staying on to Natasha Preston, we now have The Lake. And again, I really like the cover, but it was mainly the blurb. And it's a campine lake, which sounds right up my alley, and about woods. And someone is hungry for revenge, so this sounds like another YA thriller, kind of whodunit. But yeah, I really like her plot twist and that, and as I say, The Island was, I think I'm going to say The Island is so far my favourite, even when I've read all of her books eventually. And staying on Natasha Preston again, I accidentally picked up 2 copies of The Fear because I'd already bought it, but because Gerald's had 40% off, my mind was like, do we actually have this book or not? So for the sake of 40%, I paid another £5 out, so technically I have 2 copies, which I might use one for a giveaway or something if I'm unable to like sell it or whatever. But yeah, this one sounds really up my alley, and it's about a killer and something about someone having to do with someone's death and having to figure out who it is. Izzy soon finds herself on a path that will lead her right to the killer and her own worst nightmare. And again, I really, really like the cover. Okay, the rest are by one author, so I'm gonna go on to this one. This was my mum's book that she never read that I found in a cupboard. She passed away 4 years ago, so I've kind of took it and I'm gonna read it and do reviews on it. But it's like a little cat book with 4 books in one, different stories. I don't know why my mum picked it up and never read it. Yeah, she kind of struggled to read herself, so I don't know if she was trying to like get into reading and she started off with something a bit more easier. But yeah, I will get to this one eventually, but I will forever keep it because it was my mum's only book that I found that was hers, so it kind of has sentimental value to it now, but it's super cute. So, last but not least, we are going on to one author, which is leiastone. And when I was a teenager, I wanted to read the Fallen Academy series, but they were very expensive because I think she was self-published, and she recently got a deal with Bloom's Publishing. So I picked up all the books that I wanted to read as a teenager. So we have Fallen Academy Year 1, Fallen Academy Year 2. The covers have been redone as well. Fallen Academy Year 3 and Fallen Academy Year 4. These are all one series, and these are about angels, I believe. I don't really know much, but I know it's about angels and demons. So I really want to review these, and yeah, I'm really glad that I finally owe them. And not only that, all of the spines match, so they look really pretty if they were to go onto a bookcase. So that's the first set of leiastone books that I've picked up. And then, because of the 40% off, I picked up book 3 of The House of Light and Effort, book 3. And then I went to Waterstones and I got book 2, so I just need to get book 1. But I believe this is a trilogy. They're 4 books, so they're complete. I don't know much about this, that I feel that they are ravens. So yeah, these are YA books, so I don't know much about them, but I really wanted to read leiastone books, and you know, while everything's had recover and they're all being released. And then the last 2 is, I believe these are werewolf books of young adult kind of fantasy, kind of with some romance. Vampires are definitely in here because they're mentioned on the back. But I have Lost Girl book 2 and Alpha Girl book 3, and again I got them in the deal. I just need to get books 1 and 4, and then that set will be complete, but I picked up what was there at the time. So that is my little book haul, and if you would subscribe and support so I can build my dream book channel, I'd be very much appreciated. Thank you.